Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. First and foremost, I have to issue an apology. I have to. For all the non-Chelsea fans that were watching today, for all the neutrals, right? I apologise for having to put you through that. I mean, if that was me, if I was a neutral, right, and I had, let's say, Man United put me through that on a Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, where they go to Bournemouth and we see that, I would be fuming. So we've got vested interest in it. We have to watch. We want to watch. We want to see our team win. But in terms of the neutral, that must have been absolutely painful for you because it was painful for us, let alone flipping you guys. So apologies to all the neutrals watching. I'm sorry we had to put you through that. I genuinely don't know what to say. I've got so many things running through my mind right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've got a hurricane with multiple tornadoes and flipping all sorts of natural disasters going on in my head right now. It's like a traffic jam that just won't let loose. As I've said, so many things. So many things. But the truth of the matter is, today was poor. Poor. Absolutely poor. 0-0. We had to win. I said this yesterday. Look, I'm going to keep the same energy. I'm not going to try and shy away from anything. And I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm going to call things exactly for what they are. Based on yesterday, I said there was a must win. We didn't win. It's unacceptable. Simple. Simple. Go away to Bournemouth. Might I add, a ground that we went to last season with Frank Lampard. And we actually got a win. And you know what's crazy? Today, why I'm saying I've got a million things going on in my head. Tons to break down. But I have to step out the box. And I have to look from afar. And look at the situation for what it is. We're 14th. 5 points from 5. Manchester City are up there top. 10 points ahead already. 10 points ahead of us already. After 5 games. Tottenham on 13. Liverpool on 13. Brighton on 12. Brighton on 12. 7 points ahead of us after 5 games. What that overlying factor is, we ain't making Champions League football. You can forget it. Top 5. We won't even make top 8 playing like this. Some would even say we won't even make top 10. Some would say we'll be in the same situation as we were in last season. I can't but think that's where we're heading. Why? I told you in the preview yesterday. I nailed it down for you guys. That it's yesterday in the preview, I showed you the run of games that we have. I've showed you who we got to play. And it's evident in terms of what needs to be done now in order to prevent things from happening later. What are the things that we need to prevent? Well, we've just dropped points again to Bournemouth after dropping points to Nottingham Forest. We've got Aston Villa next Sunday. Then we got Brighton in the Cup. Then we got Fulham and Burnley. And then it's the international break. That's the run of games that we have to win games in. 2 are already ticked off and we've got 1 point. 1 out of 6. After that international break, like I said yesterday, we've got Arsenal, Brentford, Tottenham, City, Newcastle, Brighton and Man United. Although Man United are in the same sort of place as we are right now. So that might actually be a mid-table clash. Probably looking forward to that. But today was poor for reasons that I didn't think I'd have to come on and say. There was nothing. Especially the second half. That second half was tragic. We ain't scoring a goal ever again. I think we might as well come to the consensus now. We're never scoring a goal ever again. That's what we're playing like. We legitimately do not know how to score a goal. Once again, we find ourselves in that same situation. But it's not just that. Because today, I'm blaming all sorts of players and I'm blaming Pochettino. I'm blaming everybody today. Everyone's responsible for what went down today in a game where we had to get 3 points. Why? It started from the lineup. Look, I want to make this clear. I've been talking about Chilwell at left wing. and how that just does not need to happen, right? But people seem to have forgotten my other point. And I said there was two sides to this coin. We've addressed one today. Okay, cool. Chilwell's not played today. He came on in the 80th minute. We'll come to him. He didn't start. Oh, great. Fantastic. Poch has fixed the problem. No, he didn't. In fact, you could argue he made it worse. How did he make it worse? By playing Mudryk as a left winger, which is what we wanted. Fantastic. He came on today, and I'll come to Mudryk as well in a little bit. But he played Colwell at left back, and there wasn't a hybrid system. Today was just a flat four, and it was Colwell at left back. Colwell playing as a left back. Colwell's not a left back. And then I hear people going, no, but Colwell at left back isn't the problem. Are you sure? Did you see today? But it's not just today. This has been evident for a few games. The only problem was we had Chilwell at left wing. And having him too far forward up the pitch doesn't track back in time to actually play as a defender like he should be playing because he is a left back. But he's playing as a left winger. Colwell's playing as a left back. He's not a left back. And today, Mudryk, you know what? I want to say, to at least a good extent, because there were still flaws and there were still mistakes in Mudryk's game. However, overall, good game for Mudryk. I've not got much to say on Mudryk. There was, like I said, there was a couple of moments where like really dodgy pass or really poor control. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. I don't expect that sort of mistake from players at this level. I've got a problem with that. Not just Mudryk, but everybody. When I see players at this level, like, they can't control, or a player is a metre and a half away from him, he's missed the pass. Like, how? It's not possible. At Premier League level, it's not possible. It's just not. But that's what we're seeing. So, personally, I've got a vendetta against just that as a whole. There was that with Mudryk, but there was that with many other players. Overall, though, Mudryk, good game. We saw the chances he created. The ones that Gallagher didn't put away. Simple. The chances that he got when he managed to get the ball into the box and he's squaring it, managing to get it into dangerous areas. Fantastic. But he hasn't got someone overlapping. He hasn't got someone giving him license to cut in. He hasn't got someone in order to come on the underlap in case there is space that he is allowing when he's taking a defender wide. That's not there because Colwell's not a left back. Please, this is a package problem. Chilwell at left wing and Colwell at left back. It comes together. Don't do either. But we did Colwell at left back today. It doesn't work. Put Colwell as a central defender where he belongs. I'm hearing some people say, no, but Gvardiol does it for City. He plays as a left back. Yeah, Gvardiol's playing as a left back when he was in Dynamo Zagreb. Go and look at the history. He's a left back. He's a centre back, but he's also a left back. Colwell's not a left back. People are saying Arsenal were playing with a midfield, with a back three and having someone that was able to tuck forward as a left winger. What? They had Zinchenko and Tierney when they were competing last year. Like, you're talking about two traditional left backs. We're not talking about sticking a central defender out as a left back. This is the problem. But it's not just that today. But that's where it started. For me, that's where it started. And the proof is in the pudding. Because you could see the combinations between Gusto and Sterling on the right-hand side. Gusto was doing exactly what a right back should do. Sterling had license and space to cut in and go wide and use everything that he had because he had assurances and support from Gusto. But Gusto was getting back in time and defending. There was none of that on the left. No balance. So that's one problem. That's where I think Poch got it wrong from the get-go. The subs bench was very, very inexperienced as well, by the way, and I can understand with some of the injuries that we had, but yeah, Cole Palmer not starting that, Gallagher starting as a captain. What? Enzo's there, Thiago Silva is there. You've given the armband to Gallagher. I mean, I respect Gallagher in terms of what he's bringing, what he wants to do, right? How he's pushing himself, fantastic. But he is in no position to lead a team at his level. I'm sorry, no. Not when you've got someone that has been a captain alongside you. And you've got Thiago Silva, the most experienced player on the pitch, behind you. I'm sorry, there's no excuse there. Why has he got the armband? It doesn't compute. It does not compute. Now, when we move forward and we get into the game itself and we start to see what happened, that first half there were chances missed, right? The same old story with Chelsea Football Club. We get to the final third, we don't know what to do. We try to be perfect. Everyone, I noticed this with everybody. Everyone has to take that final, that extra touch, that extra push, that extra run, that extra second, the extra moment. Everyone needs like flipping. Everyone's wrapped in cotton wool. Everyone's all flipping like, I can't deal with any of the pressure. I need an extra second, please. Give me a minute. Like, no, you ain't got that. We were seeing that time and time and time again from all over. Now, poor individual performances from some players on the pitch. But when we get to the second half, it goes beyond that. Because at that point, we're calling on Sanchez to save us. If it wasn't for Sanchez today, fair play, Sanchez man of the match, hands down. We would have lost 4-0 had it not been for Sanchez today. Because we can't finish our dinner. We got no instinct to kill. And I mean that in a good way. We got no instinct to kill. We couldn't kill a fly on the wall. We couldn't kill an ant on the floor. That's how poor we are. No ruthlessness, no desire, no nothing today in the second half. Going into the second half, I'm talking now, this was shocking. No energy, no urgency, no one's moving, everyone's static. Poch, weirdly enough, not doing anything about it. This is why I'm blaming everybody today. Because I'm starting to get into the thing of pre-season was a lie. Pre-season was a lie, wasn't it? We've been deceived. We got sold a dream in pre-season. And this is, I think, a lesson for everybody. I am never going to take a pre-season seriously ever again after this. Never. Because I thought I was given the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, look, we've had a horrific season last year. We finished 12th, right? We're moving. Look, pre-season, look what we're doing. It looks like there's a new energy. There's a new buzz. Poch is saying the right things. I had initial doubts on him, but I was like, no, you know what? He's saying everything that I didn't think he'd say. He's addressing all the things I didn't think he'd address. He's clearly got a vision and a plan for the things that I didn't think he'd have a plan for. So, cool. Fantastic. Let's give the opportunity. He was saying everything right. The players were reacting, it seemed. Everything was looking like it was blending. We were finally moving away from what was going on last season with a new manager and a new bunch of players and a new vibe and a new energy and a new system. And I'm like, yo, you know what? We might be doing something. Start the Premier League season. Lie. Lie. Next game. Lie. Next game. Lie. Next game. Lie. We've been deceived. And the second half today, I don't understand. We're playing one game a week and we're seeing players gas out by minute 75. Gassed. They're finished. They can't run anymore. We're seeing Chilwell and Maatsen come on. Again, this substitution, I didn't understand. If we're going to bring Cole Palmer on, who I would have thought would have started, by the way. Cole Palmer comes on. He comes on for Mudryk. The one player on the left-hand side who actually had some sort of a threat. But Colwell as a left-back's not going to support him. And I'm not blaming Colwell here. But you take off Mudryk to then leave us with no left-hand side. To stick Cole Palmer, who then comes into the middle. Sterling shifts over to the left, right? And then we bring on Ben Chilwell. We bring on Ian Maatsen. Off comes Levi Colwell. So we're sticking Ben Chilwell as a left-back. Finally, and then Ian Maatsen comes on for Enzo. And I understand for Enzo coming off, but I also don't understand how Gallagher stayed on the pitch. Enzo, understandably, looked shattered. He was playing, what was it, a 4,000 meters altitude when he was on international duty. They had to go to Bolivia. He was playing on a mountain, right? I understand. That's going to have an effect. But how Gallagher remained on the pitch? No idea. So then we end up with Ian Maatsen on that left-hand side, Ben Chilwell on that left-hand side. Okay, they come on in the 75th minute, right? Or 79th, somewhere there. By the 90th minute, they look like they've played 90. Everyone's like, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Bournemouth look like they're on the brink of scoring. Solanke's missing sitters and whatnot, and he got unlucky at times. We're seeing players that are taking shots, and Sanchez is coming to the rescue. And Chelsea are just can't be bothered to move. What's going on? Now, this is where I look at Poch, where in pre-season I would have thought, oh, you know, he looks like he's got an aggressive side. He looks like he's got some oomph about him that we've needed to see in a manager. I'm seeing sitting him down. He's sitting down, just... I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Today I feel deceived, but I don't just feel deceived. It's feeling deceived, but it's feeling worried. And it's feeling hopeless at this point. Because we keep this up. Like I said, forget European football. But the point is, we can't have 2 seasons in a row where we don't make Champions League football or European football. We can't. We simply cannot. We cannot. And now I have to be completely honest with you. Understandably, it's 5 games. But we're not seeing the basics. Just the basics. Standard movement. Standard combination. Standard positioning. Standard choice of runs. Choice of passes. Choice of movement. When I see Sterling, for example, and this is Sterling, who one of the most experienced and even today, one of the most impactful in a team that was just not impactful, let's be honest, right? But I'm having to scrape the barrel here, so bear with me. Sterling literally takes the ball, same was said for Gallagher at times. Sterling takes the ball, he's got space, he's running into the box, there's no one near him. Jackson is making a run. He's got 2 defenders, but he's managed to split them open, he's making a run. Feed. Sterling's like, nah, gonna pass wide. What are you doing? Gallagher done the same thing. Cole Palmer even done the same thing. Comes on, first action, gets the ball, he's in the box. You're thinking, great, you got a chance, hit it. No, I'm gonna send Sterling close to the flipping corner flag, and then he's going to pass the ball back into me, even though I just had it. Like, this is why I'm saying everyone seems like they need an extra second, or they need an extra moment, or they need it doesn't cut, it doesn't fly. We cannot. Why are we playing like this? And this happens every game, every single game. It's exhausting and it's tiring, and it's now. I have to be real. I've thought this in the back of my head for a while now. This goes pre-Graham Potter, but I was like, nah, we've got to see where we're going. But today I'm going to say it. Is what we're trying to do just not fitting for what Chelsea Football Club are? What do I mean by that? When we're trying to play nice, attacking, expansive, progressive, passing, possession-based football, right? Is that just not us? Is that just not Chelsea? Are we going to keep beating a dead horse if we just keep trying? We keep going down this route? Do we just go back to our DNA? Do we just go back to what we are, to what made us work, to what got us up there, to what got everyone else to hate us? I'm not saying go and play just anti-football, no. But being able to be focused on defence first, have a solid block, play on the counter, is that us? Is that just us? Maybe if we shifted our focus to a style that maybe fits us better, we'd get results. I have to ask that question now. I'm not saying like this is what we should do, but I'm asking the question now. This has been in my head for a while. Are we going against our DNA? Simple as that. Maybe we're just not meant to be that, oh, look at Chelsea. They're playing fantastic football today. Absolutely phenomenal looking, beautiful, pleasing to the eyes sort of football. Fantastic. It's like watching Brazil in 1970, right? Maybe that's just not us. Maybe we need to be that team again where it's like, oh, bloody hell, Chelsea just can't get past these lot, man. They're just peeing me off. Maybe that's just us. Oh, look, Chelsea, they had one shot today and they won 1-0. They do it every week. Do you remember those times? Maybe that's us. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. This is why I'm saying I've got so much in my head right now post-match. Like I said, it's a traffic jam. And I've just tried to clarify everything to picture to you guys exactly what's going on in it. Let me know your thoughts down below. But this is not good at all. I said it was a must-win and we were close to even not getting a point. And like I said, 5 points from 5 games. And we're 10 behind top. We're 4 from the relegation zone. Are we doing this again? Are we actually going to do this again, ladies and gentlemen? Are we actually going to do this again? We got Aston Villa next Sunday. Nah, let me know your thoughts. I can't. It's scary that I'm actually starting to think it's going to happen. It's possible. We're actually going to end up in the same situation we were in last season, isn't it? But the problem is, you know what? Having the same that happened last season, happened this season, is worse. Why? We got 1 game a week this season, man. At least we were playing Champions League and we were doing all of that back then last season, where we were going to Real Madrid and losing, and at least we had, The schedule was hectic, at least. We've got no hectic schedule. The schedule could not be more free right now. 1 game a week. We're playing like this. Nah. It can't happen again. It cannot happen again. It cannot happen again. It cannot. No. But I'm not going to lie. I'm starting to think, yep, it might. What do you think? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. And make sure you, hit the subscribe button to catch more. I will try and get double uploads from tomorrow once again. So day when there's going to be a preview, it'll be a preview day. On a match day, it'll be the review. But tomorrow we'll see what's going on. I'm sure we're going to get a massive fallout after today. The players and the team got booed off, rightfully so. And by the way, I do want to end on this. The away fans that went to the ground. Because, yeah, they booed the team off. But, some people would call them delusional. Because during the game, they were doing nothing but shouting, "Come on, Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea." They were doing all sorts. They were constantly chanting. They were constantly vocal. They didn't shut up for the whole game, even at the brink where we were looking like we were just dead and we didn't want to move. And they were still going. At times they were going attack, attack, attack. There were tons of chants and songs and whatnot and energy from the away fans. They are in absolutely every single right to boo at the end after having gone through that. They are absolutely within their rights. Some would call them delusional for even going through all the chants in the first place, because it got to a point in the game where we expected to just probably end as a 0-0 or even lose, but they kept singing and they kept going. So you know what? Fair play. They made the trip. They paid their own money. They've done all of that, and in the end, they didn't get anything back. They booed. Absolutely deserved on the team for the fans to boo them, because it was poor. So the away fans that went, credit to you. And sorry you had to go through that. Simple. But let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the socials. They are in the description. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care. And peace.